Are you in the dark night of the soul? So this video, I'm going to do a series of videos about this because this is how a lot of people are going to be feeling. This is how maybe you're feeling if you're watching this video. This video is going to be about, it's a harsh title, you hate people. You feel like you hate the world. People are really hacking you off. You do. You have that time where you hate people. But you really don't hate people. It's just how you're feeling at that time. So I feel like this. I still feel like this some days. But why? Why do I feel like this? Well, there's a number of reasons I can feel like this. Is this frequency on Earth is so dense that you are almost born in resistance here. So whatever empath you are, whatever you pick up can drive you crazy. So my twin flame and myself are very different. She sees the light in everybody. It's wonderful. She sees just the good in everything. She puts herself in their shoes. She sees things in a very good way, where I see everybody's undercurrent. I get everybody's pain, their suffering, everything they've got going on, so it drives me crazy. So why do you hate people sometimes? It's because their suffering they can put onto you. You also may hate people because they let you down. People brought you pain and suffering. People stabbed you in the back maybe at work. People who thought you were your friend let you down. So the resentment's going to build up. And it's all going to come up in the dark night of the soul. It's all going to come up. But if you go deeper into this, you will go beyond it. And you will see people's true nature. You will go beyond their screen of all this baggage. But that's to come. So, what happens when I have them days when I feel like that? If I'm sitting next to somebody and they've got a lot on their mind, or they're in pain or in their pain body, I pick that up, and that's what drives me crazy. I finally got it. I'm nearly 40 and I finally got it. So is it not surprising that I had them really nasty thoughts of I hate people. Get away from me. I remember my mum dropped me off at primary school. I'll pick you up later. No, you're not. When are we going home? Because the frequencies of everybody. If you're finding this, and you feel like this, what we're going to do, how are you going to feel better? And that's the key. How are you going to feel better? Because it's about you. If you're having the awakening, have you noticed it's about you yet? It's about you healing yourself. So, it's time to nurture yourself. Everybody's going to let you down. Everybody at some point may hurt you. So it's time to look after you. It's time to nurture your wonderful body. Heal yourself. Not being too helpful to others who are not even remotely, not listening, but here. They're not present. They're totally lost in a means to an end, using you as a means to an end so they can get whatever they've got to get done. And you will see it. You will see it so clearly. So, nurturing yourself will ease your resentments towards others. the pains in you that you picked up on this earth plane. So healing, becoming more whole, less resistance. You won't be reactive to somebody else. It's going to be there. It's not going to go away. I thought, yeah, it's going to go away. It's not going to go away. But you will be able to be more still in them situations. You won't put yourself in that situation when you can, because you're conscious now. So, healing yourself and that wound is putting yourself first when you can. You don't really hate people. They've just drove you to that much resistance, to that much pain. People may let you down. Mind, if you watch my videos like My Dark Night of the Soul's about work. You know, work. The workplace, if you're in a lovely work environment, well, the chances are you're not going to be watching this video. If you've had a horrible time at work, the workplace can be vile. I couldn't work in an organisation. All the egos, all the pain bodies, all the trying to achieve this, that and the other. No wonder it drove me crazy. And the falseness. We'll talk about that. The last bit is, if you're watching this, the chances are is you're not false. And it's the falseness that drives you insane. It's the falseness in people that drives me insane. It makes me cringe. And that's why you have them nasty thoughts. But at the end of the day, these nasty thoughts are punishing you. That's the reality you see. And it's not a great reality here, is it, really? But you can go beyond it by nurturing yourself. You're going to be aware of it. Just hold your attention on it. Love yourself. Heal yourself. Breathe. When we lose touch with the breathing, you lose yourself in your head, and you'll be taken over by the stream of thinking. So if you're having them thoughts, it's fine. I used to have all sorts of thoughts like that. I think I used to resonate with Michael Douglas falling down. You know, he's had enough of working that car, and he goes around raging, doesn't he? Killing people because he's switched, hasn't he? He's flicked in the mind that time. And a lot of people feel like that. A lot of people are getting worse and feeling like that because that's what they've got within. They're holding it within. The resentments from the past. Your mind's running from the past in the present and obscuring what's really happening. So if you're feeling like that, it's fine, accept it. It's not going to go away. But it's about you. You, healing you. And that would subside. You know, it's, if you're watching this video, my twin flame said to me the other day, what do you enjoy? What do I enjoy? Just the simple things. What do I enjoy the most? Just being around no frequency. Heaven. Heaven. And you'll resonate with that if you know what I mean. It's just a challenge just for you to go to the shops every day. You pick up that much. So don't let your mind punish you and feel guilty about how you feel. It's fine. You're way more open than many other people. They wouldn't have a clue about your world. I know it's difficult for you. I really do. One thing at a time. It's time to put you first. Really go into the pain. You will see what others' opinions and viewpoints brought to you. But then you will see what your mind did to that situation, how it made you feel guilty. Observe it. Release the wound. And you will see maybe people irritate you, but you won't be taken over by it as much. Because you're healing. You're healing up. It's not easy, but you can do it. Sit with it. The worse it feels, the more it's there. The more the anger, the resentment, the pain, the more it's there, the better. Because it's more to release and become whole. Go into it. Sit with it. It's not you. It's this frequency on earth. It's others. It's your past life, whatever you did. Sit with it. Sit with it. Take the breath into it. Into this pain. Into it. That's it. When you go into it, you'll see whether it would dissolve. Maybe your insides will go, ah. Sit with it. Have your attention on it. And lastly, why do you hate people? Lack of love. Love for yourself. Maybe you didn't have enough love when you were born. Whatever it is, love is the key. Loving yourself. Nurturing yourself. When you're full of love, then it won't bother you. It's going to be there. You're going to have the old energy movement. But love yourself. There's a lack of love in you. Whatever it is. Parents, brother, sister. Marriage. Family members. Work. Whatever. It's a lack of love. When you fill that area up with love and heal, you'll be fine. If we all operated from that frequency, oh, wouldn't it be heaven? Yes, it would. But we're here. We've got to go out in this dense world, and we're going to pick things up while we're going out there. So it's about filling yourself up with love for yourself. Not being reactive from the past to your current situation. And that's going to come up with your twin flame. You've met your twin flame, that's going to come up for you to both heal. I've watched a video about twin flames, why you have so many arguments and disagreements. I don't get that personally. If you're both conscious, the wounds are going to come up for you to heal. Not work through, that implies effort. The wounds are going to come up into your awareness for you to release. For you to heal. The wound's going to come up. And you'll see when the wound comes up, if you're with your twin flame, to not be reactive to how you were with that past situation, with that person. You could easily blame your twin flame for something they're doing when it's not them. It's a past wound coming up. And what is it? Lack of love. When you're both loving yourself, that's when you're both in harmony. A relationship doesn't need work at all. It flows. It flows with love and space. Love for yourself. When both people are like that, you're both in harmony. Because you love yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're putting yourself first. Now that may seem selfish to the ego, but you're putting yourself first. And when you do that, you don't want or need. And that's when the relationship flows, because there's no wanting or needing. And that will help you with your resentment towards others from your personal suffering. It's okay. Serious, I used to have all sorts of shocking thoughts, putting heads in people in a vice, and I was watching films when I was younger, all these violent films. What are these violent films for our subconscious mind when we're younger? All these kids watching these video games, all sewing into their thoughts. And I know they're thinking that because I walk past them, I pick it up. But that's how it is here. If you're thinking that, allow it. Love. It's all lack of love. So I'll do another video about this, because there's a few elements that I feel like that. It doesn't go away. I feel like that regular. It's just being here. But it's your pain. It's your pain within. It's your pain within. It's all the traumas in our bodies that create our own suffering. And then we become reactive and make others suffer. So if you can allow it and sit with it, it's not great, but I know you can do it. I know you can do it. When you do it, you'll experience the love frequency, the Christ consciousness. You will heal yourself, and that's what this channel is about. The more you can heal, the more you'll heal others. You don't need to feel ashamed that you feel that way about others. It's just how it is. It's wonderful if you can express how you feel. Because I'm an empath, if you want to use that word, that picks everything up that's not known to this frequency. People very rarely talk how they really feel, and I pick the uncomfortableness up. No wonder I was born in resistance. And you may be feeling that way too. So breathe. Go into the pain. Heal yourself. Your happiness is your responsibility. Nobody else's. You don't know how anybody else is thinking. You don't know how anybody else is going to react. So your happiness, your love for yourself is your responsibility. And that's how you'll heal yourself. You'll release these wounds, release these traumas with the breath. So all with your breathing. You lose touch with the breathing, you lose touch with yourself. I'll catch you in another video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.